Hey, how you doing? This is Tom, and this is Tom's Radio Room Show, and I've got another crazy. Would you look at this spectrum? Look at this. What is all this? I don't know if my setup is wrong or what. Let me try SDR console. Let me close this. It's, by the way, it's 6:55 here in Clearwater, 65. It's 6:55 a.m. in Clearwater, Florida. I've been away from making YouTube videos so long I can't even talk. Okay, here we go. Let's close this. And I say, let's close this. Okay, computer. I'm down in my radio room using my SDR Play RSPDX. I'll get it right in a minute. Okay, we have a software update. Yeah, okay, yeah, thank you. Haven't had this computer on in weeks. What do we want? We want this guy? I don't even recognize the icons anymore. Okay, this is August 1st. This is a new version, or newer version, or latest version. I don't know. And we're going to use the RSPDX. I'm using my Megaloop antenna. And I don't see, wait a minute. 10 I'm way up at 10 megahertz. Let's go down to 5 megahertz. Well, the representation is different. I don't know why there's nothing down here. Do I have the waterfall? Sorry, it's been a long time. But you can see all this little. What is that? Let's go back up to 10 megahertz and see if it was up there. Yeah, see all, well, it's not as bad, but see all those little, all these little spikes? And I don't, what, 9 megahertz. And I don't see any signals at all. This doesn't look right. Okay, let's go back. Let's go. I'm sorry, I'd been away so long, having some medical problems, and just didn't feel like doing anything. Okay, we're going to go back to SDR, whatever this program is, SDR Uno. Oh, you know, I could be running, no, you know, they got the new SDR consoles, no, Connect, whatever it is, they got the new version, and there's not much to it, so I don't even use it yet. So many things that are missing. We're going to do a scan, what the heck. Let's make sure. One thing I do, I don't know if it really works or helps, is I use this and it sets all the parameters for, say, the 41 megahertz band. And then I try to clear it. Last time, it won't clear now, I don't know why. But if you do a scan, so when you select one of these bands, you're locked into that band. So if you try to do a scan outside that band, it gives you this error message. And so, yeah, I want to turn band framing off, which I should have been able to do hitting clear, but that didn't work. So I'll turn it off, and now it's scanning. So yeah, the waveform kind of looks like the other program. Let me see what we got here. Stop. Where's pause? Oh, okay, let's start over. We'll stop. If you stop and you start again, it starts from the beginning. Okay, but if you pause, then it can let you continue from where you paused. Okay, hold that. Now, this says, I'll play it. Okay, that's enough. Okay, now it says in this database I got here, this is what I'm scanning, this database. It says in this database, at this frequency, 5.89, should be the BBC station. And it, I don't know, it kind of sounds like it. I've got a lot of catching up to do. I apologize. I just wanted to get started, you know, but I've not done videos in a while and I wanted to get started. And I have great news. I got a message from my very good friend, Jeff, who lives in Jacksonville. I live in Clearwater, so he's quite a ways from me. He's bringing me some more radios from his collection, which been a couple of months. And so that's going to help. So we'll have some radios from him to review. He usually brings about 10 to 15 radios out of his collection, which is great. I mean, he's got, I think his collection now is bigger than mine, and mine's over 400 radios. Alrighty, let's scan for a few more minutes, see what we find. So now here's the mistake. Not really a mistake. Let me mute. Okay, in this database over here, there's a lot of duplicate entries, and that's normal. I mean, there's a lot of stations that are on exactly the same frequency as other stations. But what happens is it's displaying, like right now, it's displaying that this is the Russian spy number, where they just spout out numbers, which this obvious from what you heard in the audio is not. So there's another station either close by or on this frequency, maybe like 5930 or something like that, that is what we're really hearing. Now we can look at, I think I can come down into the database here, and 559 3. Oh, okay, I'm almost there. Oh, I went past it. Good grief. 59. Okay, so here's 5932, and in the database is what you're seeing on the display up here. Well, obviously it's not. Now, if I look around there, there's at 5930, this is this, which is probably in Spanish. What I think I'm hearing is what I call the preacher man or the religious station in the United States. I think it comes out of Nashville. That's what I'm thinking I'm hearing. Now, the other thing is this database, this is the EIBI, or one of the EIBI databases, and it's humongous. And one of my subscribers, who I really appreciate, he watched a show where I was trying to get rid of some of the junk in this database, and I was struggling because I have, even though I used to use it at work all the time and became somewhat an expert of Excel, I've lost all that knowledge. So he is an expert at Excel, and he knows how to extract duplicates. So he may have, in his algorithm, he may have extracted a duplicate that was actually at 5932 and just left the first entry, which was the Russian spy number. So that's another thing that can happen. Now, what I can do, I can try to do, is I can go to what am I looking for? I'm looking for oh, it's been so long. Ah, here it is. Oh, resubmission. Okay, we'll try that. There we go, short-wave.info. So now we can put in 5932, and I'll do plus or minus 5 kilohertz, and then I'll say now, and it's going to tell me what's could be on, and there it is, 5935 in the United States. That's what I thought it was. So if I come down here, 59, yep, WWCR, yep, that's the I call it the religious station. That's what I'm hearing. So if I go back to here, somehow, I think if I pick this one. So if I come down to 935, that's not in the database. So in his algorithm, it was probably not the first entry at that frequency, so he pulled it out. So it's, you know, you either get all of them, and if you use the entire database, even if you just say everything above 5 megahertz, it's just loaded with frequencies. And if you try to do a scan, it just takes forever because it's stopping at each one of those entries and seeing if there's a signal there. So that's why he was nice enough to eliminate a bunch of the garbage. In this case, he eliminated one too many. Now the other thing I can do, which it has its drawbacks, is I can use a plugin called Fran. I'll load that plugin, and then it wants a database, which I don't have a new one. I've got this one, which is ancient history here. Need to get an upgraded version of one of those. So now you can see there's a whole bunch of stations around this thing. So you got to zoom in. This is the drawback. You got to zoom in, and there is WWCR. And if you see the spectrum here, the strong signal is right here. So that's what I'm hearing. So it's just something you have to deal with. Now, we can now scan, but there's another problem, and I think I had a solution and I forgot it. There's another situation. I'm not going to call it a problem. It's another situation when you're trying to use Fran with all these entries up on the display. You have to zoom in, and consequently, if you're zoomed in, then your marker here of what frequency you're on sometimes goes off the screen because it's trying to show your marker in the wider bandwidth. I think I remember now what the solution was. The solution was, let me close this. I don't understand why when I close it, it closes Fran. Okay, let's open Fran back up again. Okay, then we got to open a database. I really like Fran, but it's got these few little, see, I have to minimize. I don't want to close it. Otherwise it takes that thing out, that plug-in out. Now, what I think what one of my viewers told me, because what I need to do is change this final sample rate. And I didn't know how to do it. And one of my viewers said, you come down here and you change this mode, which I don't know how to do. Okay, well, the old memory has failed again. I thought I could just, well, let's see, let's try stop. Stop. There we go. Now I can change this to what I've got down here, which is, trying to think what I'm zoomed into. Probably, see, I go to 5.6 to 5.628, 5.63. Wow, that's really narrow. Okay, so let's change this number to, I think I want to go up is what I want to do. So I'm going to go up to 8. And there's my cursor. Maybe 8's too much. Let's go down a little bit. 4. Okay. But now I'm not zoomed in again. So I got to zoom in. Now watch the cursor. Okay, I've got to keep zooming until I can read this stuff. Okay, there I can read it real easy. Now let's scan and see if our red cursor here stays on the screen. Oh, did you see that? It changed the zoom when I started to scan. Yeah, that's all right. Okay, there's probably a Cuban station. Got my squelch. Let me stop. Stop. Pause. I've got my squelch pretty high because the last time I used this, which was months ago, the noise level was so high, I had to have that squelch up there. Otherwise, it wouldn't even move. So we can resume. Still kind of right on the edge of the signal as far as my squelch. Let me turn the squelch down a little more. I really like using SDRs, but these programs that you use to control the SDRs can be kind of complicated. SDR Uno, I would say it is complicated. And if you're like me, have a poor memory, and you haven't used it, God, look at that noise down. Look at that noise down here. If you have bad memory and don't remember things, and you don't use it for a while, boy, it's like starting over. Not picking up much. It's noise. Okay, continue. I'm surprised that, did I screw something up here? I'm surprised the signal levels are so low. Let's, just for grins, let's stop this. And usually in the morning at my location, just before sunrise and just after sunrise, my best reception is around 5 to 7 megahertz during this time of the day. Okay, we're going to try something else here. For some reason, if I can get this to close. Okay, for some reason, most likely because of the settings, SDR console seems to have better reception. Seems to be more sensitive. I'm sure it's the settings. So we'll start. But I thought that there was a scan feature in SDR console, but I can't find it. And some of my viewers have said, no, there's none in there yet. So I wish there was. I thought there was. I thought one of these buttons would cause a scan of this database down here. I can't get it to do that. Let's go down to 5 megahertz. And audio's off. So I'm not getting WWV at all. Now, there's a possibility, let me mute it. There's a possibility that my antenna is messed up. Wait a minute. Is this? I think I didn't have the power on for my Mega Loop. Oh, duh. Now let's see what we're hearing. There we go. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's stop. Now let's go back to SDR Uno. What was that noise? Okay, let's go back to here. I guess, oh, I left Fran open. Now, see, like I say, Fran has this little glitch where doesn't track with the original program. It's kind of got a mind of its own. So all that previous stuff I showed you, forget about it. I didn't have the amplifier on for the Mega Loop antenna. What I was about to say is maybe it got broken during the storm, but I guess it didn't. I guess my memory is broken. Okay, let's try a scan again. Let's select that. Now, why it clear doesn't work, the light comes on, but it doesn't clear the restrictions that are put on when I select this band. But when I try to do a scan, it says, oh, you didn't clear the band framing. Do you want to clear it? I go, yeah. Okay, so that looks a lot better. Oh my gosh. And all that heavy, stop. All that heavy noise we were seeing is gone now. I'm sorry. I don't know if I even release this video. I'm so brain dead in this video. Yeah, I've had these little, not little, but I've had these major health complications, and it's fried my brain. So I'm so obsessed with getting those problems fixed that I just can't think straight. Anyway, we're gonna call it quits. We babbled enough and confused you enough. If you enjoyed the show, give me a thumbs up. And I promise I'll get better. I've got to get back into this and learn how to use these programs, and then I'll bring you some valuable information. And of course, Jeff is going to bring me some radios. That'll help. Thanks for watching, and have a great day. Bye-bye.